Hello everyone, welcome to HW News. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on Thursday has issued a standard operating procedure for shopping malls, religious places, offices, restaurants and hotels as the country is moving towards the opening of the lockdown. The move comes as the government tries to install normalcy in the country after 2 months of stringent lockdown. Earlier, the Ministry of Home Affairs had permitted reopening of shops and establishments outside the containment zones from June 8th. The lockdown will continue in containment zones till June 30th, and these relaxations will not be applied to these particular zones. However, the centre has also empowered the state governments to draft and implement its own restrictions considering the situation in the state. Now, these relaxations as a part of Mission Begin Again have already started in Maharashtra. Many other states have also prepared to open up the economy. In this video today, we are going to talk about the standard operating procedures that the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has announced. The centre has asked persons above 65 years of age, persons with comorbidities, pregnant women to stay at home except for essential and health purposes. Now let's first talk about some general SOPs. Individuals must maintain a minimum distance of 6 feet in public places as far as feasible. Use of face covers, masks will be mandatory. Practice frequent hand washing with soap for at least 40 to 60 seconds even when hands are not visibly dirty. Use of alcohol-based sanitizers for at least 20 seconds is also advised. Now, respiratory etiquettes to be strictly followed. This involves the strict practice of covering one's mouth and nose while coughing, sneezing with a tissue, handkerchief, flexible elbow and disposing of the used tissue properly. Self-monitoring of health by all and reporting any illness at the earliest to the immediate supervisory officer is also mandatory. Spitting shall be strictly prohibited. Installation and use of Arogya Setu app by employees is also necessary. Now let us discuss the SOPs in detail for different sectors. SOPs for offices. Let us discuss the SOPs for offices. Now, the office entrances must have hand hygiene, that is sanitizer dispenser and thermal screening provisions. Only asymptomatic staff and visitors shall be allowed. Any officer and staff residing in containment zone should inform the same to supervisory officer and not attend the office till containment zone is denotified. Such staff should be permitted to work from home and it will not be counted as leave period. Drivers shall maintain social distancing and shall follow required do's and don'ts related to COVID-19. It shall be ensured by the service providers, officers and staff that drivers residing in containment zones shall not be allowed to drive vehicles. There shall be provision for disinfection of the interior of the vehicle using 1% of sodium hypochlorite solutions or spray. A proper disinfection of steering wheel, door handles, keys, etc. should be taken up. Advice is for all the employees who are at higher risk, that is the older employees, pregnant employees and employees who have underlying medical conditions to take the extra precautions. They should preferably not to be exposed to any frontline work requiring direct contact with the public. Office management should facilitate work from home wherever possible. All officers and staff or visitors must be allowed entry only if using face cover or mask, and the face cover or mask has to be worn at all times inside the office premises as well. The routine issue of visitors or temporary passes should be suspended and visitors with proper permission of the officer who they want to meet should be allowed after being properly screened. Meetings as far as possible should be done through video conferencing. Posters, standees, AV media on preventive measures about COVID-19 must be displayed prominently. Staggering of office hours, lunch hours, coffee breaks must be done as far as possible. Proper crowd management in the parking lots and outside the premises, duly following the social distancing norms, must be ensured. Valet parking, if available, shall be operational with operating staff wearing face cover or masks and gloves as appropriate. A proper disinfection of steering, door handles, keys, etc. of vehicles should also be taken up here. Any shops, stalls, cafeteria outside or within the office premises shall follow social distancing norms at all the times. Specific markings may be made with sufficient distance to manage the queue and ensure social distancing in all the premises. Preferably separate the entry and exit for officers, staff and visitors shall be organized. Proper cleaning and frequent sanitization of the workplace, particularly of the frequently touched surfaces, must be ensured. Also must be ensured that regular supply of hand sanitizers, soap and running water in the washrooms. Required precautions while handling supplies, inventories and goods in the offices shall also be ensured. Seating arrangements to be made in such a way that adequate social distancing is maintained. The number of people in the elevator shall be restricted as well, duly maintaining the social distancing norms. Now for air conditioning and ventilation, the guidelines of CPWD shall be followed, which inter alia emphasizes that the temperature setting of all air conditioning devices should be in the range of 24 to 30 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity should be in the range of 40 to 70 degrees Celsius. Intake of fresh air should be as much as possible and cross ventilation should be adequate. Now, large gatherings continue to remain prohibited. Effective and frequent sanitization within the premises shall be maintained with particular focus on laboratories, drinking and hand washing station or areas. Cleaning and regular disinfection should also be frequently done, and the frequently touched surfaces like doorknobs, elevator buttons, handrails, benches, washroom fixtures, etc. shall be done in office premises and in common areas. Proper disposal of the face covers, masks, gloves left over by visitors and employees shall be ensured. Now let's come towards the standard operating procedure in the cafeteria, canteen or dining halls. First of all, adequate crowd and queue management must be ensured to ensure social distancing norms. Staff, waiters must wear masks and hand gloves and take other required precautionary measures. The seating arrangement to ensure distance of at least 1 meter between patrons as far as possible. In the kitchen, the staff must follow the social distancing norms. Now let's move on to standard operating procedures for shopping malls. As usual, the entrances must have the mandatory sanitizer dispenser and thermal screening procedure. Only asymptomatic customers or visitors will be allowed. Now all workers, customers and visitors must be allowed entry only if they are using face cover or mask, and they must be worn at all times inside the shopping mall as well. Posters, standees, AV media on preventive measures about COVID-19 must be displayed prominently throughout. Staggering of visitors must be done if possible. Adequate manpower should be deployed by mall management for ensuring social distancing norm. All employees who are at higher risk, that is older employees, pregnant employees and others who have medical conditions, for them there should be extra precaution. They should not be exposed to the frontline work as cited for the office work as well. Now shopping mall management must facilitate work from home wherever feasible. Now the shopping malls are also advised to have separate entry and exits for visitors, workers and goods supplies that shall be organized. The staff for home delivery shall be screened thermally by the shopping mall authorities prior to allowing home deliveries. Required precautions while handling the supplies, inventories and goods in the shopping mall shall be ensured. Proper queue management and disinfection shall be organized. Maintaining physical distancing of a minimum of 6 feet when queuing up for entry and inside the shopping mall as far as possible. Now, number of customers inside the shop must be kept at a minimum so as to maintain the physical distancing norms. Seating arrangements, if any, must be made in such a way that adequate social distancing is maintained. Number of people in the elevator shall also be restricted, duly maintaining the social distancing norm. Now, use of escalators with one person on alternate steps must be encouraged. As far as air conditioning is concerned, it is also the same that was for the offices. Now some shopping malls also have food courts, so there is a standard operating procedure for them as well. Now adequate crowd and queue management must be ensured to ensure the social distancing norms. In food courts and restaurants, not more than 50% of seating capacity be permitted. Food court staff and waiters should wear masks and hand gloves and take other required precautionary measures. The seating arrangement should ensure adequate social distancing between the patrons as far as possible. Contactless mode of ordering and digital mode of payment using e-wallets must be encouraged. Tables must be sanitized each time a customer leaves. In the kitchen, the staff should also follow social distancing norms at workplace. Gaming arcades, cinema halls, children play area shall completely remain closed. Now there are standard operating procedures for restaurant as well, for temples as well, because the restaurants, hotels and religious places are also going to open up, but these are the very long lists, and I am going to attach the link of the detailed article in the description section. So you can click on that particular link and that will take you to the detailed article where I have given the links of these particular standard operating procedure links, and where you can go and check out the exact standard operating procedure for that particular place, including the religious places, shopping malls, hotels, restaurants and other places as well. Do let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.
हमारे घरों में भी बच्चे होते हैं जो हमसे प्यार दुलार की आस करते हैं।
हमारा भी जीवन साथी है जिसको हमारे ड्यूटी से घर आने का इंतजार होता है।
हमारे घर में भी एक बूढ़ी माँ है जिनके लिए आज भी हम ही आंखों के तारे हैं।
लेकिन हम हमारे घरों में नहीं हैं। आपकी सुरक्षा में कोई कसर न रहे, इसलिए हम अपने प्रियजनों से दूर हैं।
हम में से ही कुछ तो अब इतने दूर जा चुके हैं कि वो वापस अपने घरों को लौट भी नहीं पाएंगे।
हमें गर्व है कि हमारे कंधों पे मुंबई शहर के नागरिकों की सुरक्षा की जिम्मेदारी है। हमारे जज्बे और बलिदान को व्यर्थ न जाने दे। इस संकट के समय में आप घर पे रहे, सुरक्षित रहे।
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.